Welcome back. Let's turn to our other special focus, our newsmaker tonight. Now, months before Tamil Nadu goes to the polls next year, the Congress has lost one of its Tamil Nadu faces. Actor turned politician Khushbu Sundar dumped the Congress today and joined the BJP, saying that her voice was being suppressed in the party. Take a look.
Just months before the crucial Tamil Nadu polls, the Congress has suffered a big jolt. Khushbu Sundar has jumped ship and joined the BJP. The former superstar of Kollywood joined the Saffron Party in the presence of BJP chief JP Nadda in the national capital.
I have been staying quiet. I have been laying low for quite some time, even with Congress, because I was not completely understanding that being in a position does not mean you oppose everything. You don't have to find faults to oppose everything. Yes, we were in a position, we need to oppose, but unwantedly, reasons which are not even valid, we were trying to oppose.
Before she joined the BJP, Khushbu wrote to Congress chief Sonia Gandhi. She complained that few leaders within the party suppressed her and did not allow her to work. She alleged that leaders who have no standing on the ground or public recognition are dictating terms in the Congress. For the BJP, struggling to make its presence felt in Tamil Nadu, Khushbu is a prize catch. Khushbu's exit adds to the long list of prominent leaders who have ditched the Congress. The grand old party probably needs to introspect on why it can't retain talent. Bureau Report, India Today.
And let's go straight to our newsmaker this evening. Khushbu Sundar now joins me. Appreciate your joining us, Khushbu Sundar. Let me get straight to the point. A Congress spokesperson leaves to join the BJP ahead of the Tamil Nadu elections next year. Is this an act of pure political opportunism? Given that you were a consistent critic of BJP and Narendra Modi, you have gone and joined them. Your response?
Rajdeep, if you're going to say that it's for a political gain, please tell me with what position have I got into BJP? Or everybody knows that BJP is yet to find a strong foothold in Tamil Nadu comparatively to Congress. So I don't look at it as an opportunist step to get into BJP.
No, let me tell you, ma'am, you have consistently questioned the BJP over the last few years. You have attacked them. In fact, as recently as June 17th, you attacked Mr. Modi in very strong terms. Dear Narendra Modi ji, what happened to your 56 ka seena, 56-inch chest? You developed cold feet, chose to remain silent. This is in response to the LAC standoff. You've also raised the question of the BJP pushing the idea of one country, one religion, Hindu Rashtra. These are all your tweets, ma'am. You're accusing them of promoting Hindu Rashtra. You're accusing the Prime Minister of not doing anything on China. Is all of that forgotten now that you're joining the BJP?
Nothing is forgotten. And I'm not even going to lie and say that that was the admin. All was done by me. There were few which were done on a personal basis. There were few which were done on the compulsion of being in an opposition. And I'm sure everybody who is watching this, they do understand that being in an opposition, you have to stay within the party lines. And you have to speak what the party says, what are the party's thoughts, ideas, and you have to speak only on those lines. You cannot go beyond that. And when I did go against the party ideas about opposing, I faced the backlash within the party, like whether it was abolition of triple talaq, whether it is about NEP now, the national education policy, and other issues when I congratulated Modi ji on something, or when I wished Amit Shah ji on get well when he tested positive with COVID, I wished him a get well soon. So I did face the backlash of my party, but I think my tweets were basically: you're in opposition, you have to pick a line, and you have to stay within that line and criticize the ruling party. That's the basic duty.
Miss Khushbu Sundar, it's one thing to being in the opposition. I want to know, when you make this switch from the opposition to joining the ruling party, are you telling me today BJP is not promoting Hindu Rashtra? Are you suddenly switched your mind on that? Are you telling me that now you believe Narendra Modi does have a 56-inch chest? Do you now believe that the BJP has never promoted any form of communalism? These are all words that you've used, that the BJP is truly a strong party. Have you changed all your views about Mr. Modi and the BJP, and you believe they're the best party for India now?
I said few tweets were by me and the rest was on the lines of the party. As far as his 56-inch Sina, I'm not a tailor to go and measure that, so I really wouldn't know. Only the person who stitches his clothes would know that what is the size of his chest. Rest all I would like to ask is if people say that he is promoting Hindu Rashtra, or like the Congress has always been saying, or when I was in Congress, even I raised questions that it's about Hindutva, it's a party which is anti-minorities. I would like to ask, is Congress anti-Hindu party? Because I think religion should not be played along.
Okay.
Whether it is about minorities or Hindu, religion should not be played along saying that it is this party, it is this religion or that religion. A political party is not about religion. A political party is about what they can do to make this country flourish. And that is what is important to me.
You know, it's interesting the way you're putting it. Political party should not interfere with religion. Let me then tell you what you just said at the Karnataka Panchayat 2 years ago, which we held on India Today before the Karnataka elections, because you were very aggressive at that time. And in fact, what you told me that day went viral. Listen in to what you said 2 years ago, ma'am.
Today, the BJP wants to divide. BJP wants to bring in religion in every possible matter. My family, I'm married to a Hindu. My brother's married to a Christian. The other brother's married to another Christian. My other brother's married to a Muslim. We live in harmony. What is anybody's problem? Whether I eat pork, or I do anything within my house on my plate. What I wear a bindi, I don't wear a bindi. What is BJP's problem? I have lived in this country. I was born in this country, and I say I'm a proud Indian. My patriotism, it runs in my blood. But I want to ask BJP, and I don't say as a Congress person, and I say this as a citizen of this country, what is your problem, what we do within our house or what we do with our lives? Whether I love, I marry, I die, I commit suicide, I do whatever I want. It is my choice.
Okay.
BJP has no rights to interfere in my life. And that's it. And this comes as an individual, as a Congress person. Yes, we will fight this out. It is a fight because we, as Congress, we have always believed in secularism. We have always believed in harmony. We have been wrong in times. We have gone wrong. And I'm not saying that, no, we have been absolutely saint. We have made mistakes, but we have learned from our mistakes. And we want to set that right. And we will set it right.
That was 2 years ago. Lots has changed, ma'am. There you're lashing out at the BJP. What do I say now, ma'am? You're joining that same party that you lashed out against?
Nothing. I have evolved. That's all. I'm not going to deny that was me who spoke. Yes, I was angry when people started trolling me, saying that my name was Nakat Khan. I was trying to hide my identity as a Muslim. Yes, it hurt. And that is when I lashed out as an individual, not as a party spokesperson. I still believe in what I said. Nobody has the right to dictate terms as to how I should live. I still believe in that. My party has changed. My ideologies haven't. I'm an activist first and a politician next. And so my ideologies will remain with me. I will still speak about the issues which will trouble me.
No, I am asking you, you're saying you've evolved. I'm trying to understand what is this evolution, because suddenly you are claiming, it appears that the BJP is the right party for you, that it does not promote Hindutva, that therefore you've joined them. Is that the evolution? Is that wisdom that has suddenly dawned on you, that BJP is the right party for this country? I'm just playing what you said 2 years ago. Are you calling this evolution?
No, I wouldn't say that BJP does not promote Hindutva. I think BJP does promote Hindutva. But then why have we been promoting only minority? It's not about Hindutva or minority alone. This country belongs to everyone. And I still say it's my secularism, which is I'm going to wear on my sleeves, my patriotic secularism, which I'm going to proudly wear it on my sleeves and walk around. Nothing is going to change in my ideology. Nothing is going to change. Yes, you get carried away when you're in a party and you have been, right from your childhood, you have been brought up on one particular party and their ideologies. You do get carried away, and I wouldn't take my words back. I would say that I have evolved. I need to think freely.
Ma'am, you know, this evolution word is very, when someone leaves one party and joins the other, evolution, sorry to be cynical after so many years of tracking politics, but the sense is this is opportunism. You know, who knows, tomorrow you may get a Rajya Sabha seat, tomorrow something else, which the Congress as a party in opposition cannot give you. At the end of the day, is this Khushbu Sundar frustrated that Congress could not give opportunities which you hope that the BJP will now give you in a state like Tamil Nadu?
No, definitely not. I see, Rajdeep, I'm not here for any kind of gain. I have seen money, I have seen fame, I have seen success, I have seen everything have come into politics. I'm not here to get 2-minute fame. I'm not here to secure my position on a Twitter or see that how many followers, how many millions of followers I have. I'm not here for that. I need to work. I need to work for the party.
You know, are you telling me that you couldn't do that in the Congress? Is there a sense I get that the Congress, that you are disillusioned with it, that you are angry? Something must have happened. What happened for you to suddenly get angry with the Congress party? Please tell us.
When I have resigned from the party, you look the kind of statement the TNCC president makes. The TNCC president says, after all, she is an actress and she was always looked upon as an actress. I'm saying 6 years is what I have given to this party. Length and breadth of it, I have given 6 years. I have forgone my personal time with my family. I have forgone my personal occasion which I needed to be with my family, with my mother, ailing mother. I have given up everything and I have given everything this party in the last 6 years. But today when I quit, all they want to do is start a blame game, say that after all I'm an actor. Why people do not want to understand that what's wrong.
Now, I want to ask you a simple question. Are you really looking forward now to working with Narendra Modi and Amit Shah, the people whom you criticized and castigated till the other day? Have they changed or have you changed?
I think both of us have changed when they're accepting me despite being so critical about it, and me despite being so extremely critical about them, going back to them and working with them, being under the same umbrella, under their shadow. I think both of us have changed and both of us are looking forward to work for the betterment.
Interesting, Khushbu Sundar. If evolution is the new word when you move from one party to the other, I don't want to be cynical, but we will see what the future holds for you. Thank you very much for joining me.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.